Yes guys, just here, back with another video. You read the title. We're exactly getting a breakout right now on Bitcoin and things are looking extremely good. So I've got a lot of charts prepared for you guys. Again, this is the weekend that we're trading in. We have Ethereum that actually broke out like we highlighted, so that is looking really good. So with that being said guys, make sure to smash up that like button. So yes guys, let's try get above 20 likes this video. That would be absolutely amazing. And with that being said guys, let's get straight away into this banger. Bow. And as you can see guys, we have a nice bull flag on the 15-minute time frame. You can see that we're potentially going to break out. Worst case scenario, we might actually come down before actually breaking out nicely, and potentially the measured move, if we take it from our previous move, this is how you calculate a bull flag measured move, and you take it to the anticipated breakout. The conservative target is from taking it from the bottom side trend line, and if you were to take it from the breakout, which is the bullish target, you can see that is currently at the 100k mark over there. So things are looking really good. If we can actually confirm this, then our technical target is around 100k, where yes, we can potentially reclaim that and then confirm levels down here as support, which will be around 99k, and then we just continue. So that is looking really good in the imminent short term. So if you want to be taking advantage of that, make sure to be clicking the first link down below and make sure to be signing up to Blofin to be actually trading this, where you can be amplifying your position size with leverage to make some nice gains. So if you zoom out guys, you can see we exactly called this nice bullish price action over here. We said that we can see a little deviation here and then a nice breakout from this down sloping trend line, and that's exactly what we got over here. We exactly broke out the trend line and we're trading very bullish now. So we want to see if we can actually reclaim this resistance at the 99k mark from this bull flag, and then maybe return to it in towards next week to close maybe a CME gap with a wick, and then that's where we can continue higher. So remember that scenario. I'll cover it again tomorrow, but this is looking exactly good, and we're exactly banging into that high volume node. So we want to see if we're going to get a rejection here, or if we're going to get some continuation and potentially a push above this, where we will actually reclaim 100k and then confirm that support before continuing higher. We need to see if that is likely or if that's a massive trap. And as you can see by this chart over here, we have our CME gap just below 98,200. So you can see I've had to even zoom in on a 5-minute time frame for you guys to actually see this gap over here by these colors when you come below the CME gap. And yeah, we may see a pump and then a return towards the CME gap and towards Monday before continuation. So that's definitely on the table. And if we do get a dump, you want to see price actually return to it by, I'll say, midweek. So they call it the midweek reversal, where you have your false move typically during the weekend or Monday, then you return to your CME gap. So 99% of these CME gaps do get filled, so this is nothing to worry about if we get a dump, and it's something to watch out for if we get a massive pump. You don't want to be trapped and be opening up longs on that pump. You want to be making sure that you're taking at the right time. So yeah, we still have that bullish divergence in play over there. We still have our scenarios that we pointed out where we're looking for a nice move down towards that 90k to 88. However, the probabilities are significantly decreasing, so it's something we'll watch for. But again, we've been bullish. We've been calling for the price to actually increase already. We said the probability is way higher, and I've actually taken some positions myself, and I actually longed Ethereum like you guys saw in a previous video over there. So as you guys can see over there, we actually longed Ethereum, and it's up 150% in the profit right now, about $600. So we opened a small position with $400, and we've more than doubled that. And that's just the start of this move that I'm looking at. We're looking at way higher targets. We're looking at least 7k. That's quite conservative. So this may be a monster trade that we have on our hands. So you can see on this chart over here, we're about to approach our range highs, and potentially if we can crack above it, then we can return maybe with some wicks and just hold that level to continue that uptrend over there. It's not bearish if you actually bang into your range highs and then you come all the way down to your mid-range. That would just confirm a potential inverse head and shoulders, and that would be your right shoulder after your left shoulder over here. You have your head over here, and this will be potential right shoulder, and we have to determine whether the right shoulder will be a really deep one where you come all the way down like this and it'll be exaggerated, or if you get some sort of like slanted one where you get a massive like high punched in and then it comes all the way down into towards this liquidity one, and that wouldn't be the best right shoulder, to be fair, you will look for like a bullish divergence on a higher time frame there, and a potential flag potentially if you have something like this, and then you'll look for a nice move into that area. So something like this, then you may grab the liquidity one more time before resuming, and that will still be bullish. So again, we have to be on our toes and be understanding that we're in a range, so we need to be identifying how the candles close, how do they approach the levels, how quickly do they potentially reject, or what is the volume around that area. So that's something to be watching out for, guys. So yes, we still have our inauguration window for Bitcoin, and this is the scenario that we're actually looking at. So we have potential nice pump in towards the inauguration date, and this window is the week before and towards the actual date, and then potential sell the news and a continuation. And you can see we had a shooting star and we bagged into 7-year resistance here. So there's a lot of people actually calling for tops, but again, like I mentioned, you can't just call for cycle tops just off of one trend line. You have to look in towards the details. And to be fair, I'm on a monthly chart right now, but if I went on the 2-week, it's just a bearish stack engulfing, and if I zoom in more closely, the candles do change, so it's quite subjective. You have to be looking at metrics combined with the candle signal to be actually indicating whether that is the top. So yes, it isn't the best looking, however, it is still in play for the bulls to actually fill that wick completely and continue price up. And even if the bears are still right and we don't crack this trend line upwards, this is upward sloping resistance like I mentioned in the other video. So you can still hit this level, get a rejection again, then go back up and try one more time, and that will be around 120k. So the bulls have made a lot of money during this time. The bears were just getting wrecked, and before the idea actually plays out, you may just get Bitcoin continuing to just do something like this. So you can see over here we have a cup and handle still in play with that 120k mark target. We have our range high using that 120k as a base case, taking it from our bear market lows to the projected target and calculating the mid range, and from there the range quarters. You can see we're holding this range quarter nicely, and we're actually bouncing exactly as we were talking about due to the candles we were seeing. So again, that little engulfing candle was the chance that bears had to actually break price below this region over here to actually confirm further bearish price action. But it's looking like the bulls are just holding this level, and this is going to be a massive macro higher low, as you can see in this fractal. So we have the cup and handle fractal where this was exactly the case in 2020, and we had a macro higher low. We're looking for the same thing to play out right now, and this is the indication that we're actually holding that range quarter. We're holding that level quite nicely. We exactly called this massive symmetrical triangle, so things are looking extremely good for Ethereum. You can see that we're actually bouncing from this nice symmetrical triangle too, so that's looking extremely good for Ethereum right now. We're looking at massive targets, and we're looking to at least shatter this resistance. We had a lot of rejections, you can see over here at this 4k mark. So definitely I believe that the next time we come into those marks, we're just going to shatter all the liquidity that's sitting above there. And you can see that would actually confirm a nice power of 3 where we actually reclaiming this massive resistance point that was previously support, and then we had the shakeout which turned that into resistance, and we've actually shouted above that resistance now, and it's looking like we can get a massive expansion. So things are looking really good for Ethereum. We have our inverse head and shoulders, we also have our massive cup and handle, and again Ethereum is lagging Bitcoin. So once we break out, we have a target in around the 7.3k mark, taking it from the base of the cup towards the neckline over there. You can see it lines up to the 1618 once you take it from the anticipated breakout. So that's looking really good for Ethereum, and the price target for that will be 7.3k initially. Then we can look in towards the 11.3k if we're going all the way to our nice 2618 Fibonacci. So that's above the 10k psychological level 2. So that's about 2-3 different price actions to be keeping an eye on. And speaking about Ethereum actually outperforming Bitcoin, you can see we have ETH having a massive falling wedge, and I called this exactly as predicted on the lower time frames. I'm saying that this is the bottom, and I'm calling right now on the chart you're going to see something like the lap lines we're seeing here, where we break out, we retest, and we go parabolic. I'm thinking that Ethereum against Bitcoin is looking extremely oversold. This is a falling wedge that's formed for almost about 2 years plus. So it started in around 2021 over there, and it's currently around 2025. So that's actually 4 years in the falling wedge. So this is extremely powerful. We're going to get an insane breakout over there. So ETH is looking really good, and we call this exactly on our channel. We actually banged into the full target there. We were talking about the previous week's mid, the 0.618 and 65 Fibonacci retracement with this falling wedge and higher low. and we were saying, yes, we're gonna bang into our previous week's high. So that was the time to be long on Ethereum. We were looking at ascending triangle, as you can see over here, and we've exactly broke out. So this is where we were taking long positions, and this is where the price is now. And I mentioned a pullback potentially, and then a continuation, which another long opportunity. So make sure to be signed up to Blofin to be taking advantage of that opportunity there. So if you're enjoying the video and you want to be trading yourself, make sure to be checking that first link down below. If you check that first link down below, this will take you to this page over here, which is the sign up page for Blofin. Blofin are one of the best exchanges out there, guys. They are one of the lowest fees. They have fire blocks, which just means that they have a third-party custodian so that your funds are more secure. So definitely be checking if this is available in your country, as I definitely recommend Blofin. These guys are really good guys, and if you agree with their analysis and you agree with my opinion, then definitely looking towards signing up to Blofin so that you can take advantage of this opportunity. So yes, guys, that'll be it from me. I've given you guys the relevant levels, and we've covered a bit of the market. Of course, there's no ETFs during the weekend, so volume is normally low, so it's a shorter video here. Make sure to be following me on Twitter for consistent updates and different charts that I do include in the videos, and things that I don't include in the videos that I find interesting, as you can see over here. So that's the ones in the videos, and for example, one that I don't include in the videos that I find interesting, it's all on Twitter. So make sure to be following me on there. Make sure to subscribe, turn post notifications on to stay updated. Like the trade we took on Ethereum, you had to have the notifications on to take advantage at the right time. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace, guys. See ya. Bye bye.